Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. I haven't did a review on B&B in a hot minute. And this one is not going to be too long, but there's a couple of things I did want to sit there and say because, for the most part, let's be honest, if you watch this episode, Zende and Daphne was just more extras or background. You could have literally just showed a goddamn lamp, and it would have been the exact same thing as far as seeing those two. Only thing you need to know is that Daphne wants Hope going, right? And going into this scene, even before this scene started, Carter was practically trying to apologize for doing the right thing, right? And Hope is still sitting there upset. One of the things that Hope sat there and said was, you don't know if they're going to sit there and keep me on. Yeah. Okay, that's cool that Carter, that Eric and Rich signed off on it, but you know how Steffi is. And when this meeting starts, now the thing is, there's times Steffi could just be annoying. She is overbearing, she's controlling, and she can just be obnoxious at times. And then there's times where she'll come in and her scenes will be fire. And today, even me not being a super hardcore Steffi fan, I was like, damn. She was on fire today. She came in there and she took command of that room and she read all three of their asses. Well, not Hope, not Brooke so much, because essentially she was like, listen, I don't like you, but you do make contributions to the company, so you can stay. She got off easy. But with Carter and Hope, she damn sure read their asses. Ultimately, she felt like with Carter, he was a victim of a Logan woman, and did sit there and say, one of the things that he said, he was like, no, it's not like that or whatever. And this is when she read his ass. She was like, hey, listen, you have your jobs back. That means that you are still COO, whatever, and you still are legal counsel. But this is what she said, and this may be a bridge version, but she was like, choose your next words carefully. Okay? Choose your next words carefully. And you know what he didn't sit there and say for 20 seconds? Or a little bit more? Like maybe about 4 or 5 minutes? Not a goddamn thing. He didn't say it. She just sat there and was like, I'm like, yeah. You know better. He was like, you know better. Keep your goddamn mouth shut. The fact of the matter is, you betrayed them. And they're still giving you your job back. You should be lucky. You should be sitting there thanking them that they're willing to give you a second chance. So do not push it. And I'm like, oh, I'm here for it. Listen, I'm not a fan of pushy women, but I guess there are some benefits I would sit there and say. And after she was done with his ass, Ho was like, okay, so what about me? Okay, you can talk. And after she said what she said, long story short, she was like, Steffi was like, you're fired. Your line is being cut. Your line is being cut because, well, let's be honest, boo. You don't represent the qualities that you claim your line to be. Integrity. Good. Things of that nature. You no longer follow those virtues that you want to sit there and preach about your line. And then she went even further. She was like, you're not a businesswoman. You're not a designer. So we don't really need you. Like, we don't really, one second. She's like, we don't really need you. And I laughed my ass off because I said from at least a couple months ago, it's like, what is Hope's job anyway? Now, I think it was Dolomitics and some other people. It's like, she oversees projects and stuff like that. And I'm kind of just like, yeah, that's cool and everything, but like, you don't really do anything, do you? Like, you don't design, you don't. She's always talking about leading her team. I was like, leading her team to do what? You don't do anything. It's Zende, it's Thomas that are sitting there making your visions. You don't do anything. And like she said, you're not a businesswoman. You don't handle the business side. So, like, what are you here for? Hope. Oof. You thought she would have had enough of humble pie, but nope. She's like, okay, Carter, we're leaving. I'm sorry, did you just speak for him? Now, I had an issue when Steffi did the same thing to Finn, right? I had an issue with that. But Finn, I don't consider him a man at this point. Like, I don't. I don't consider him part of the male species. I really don't. But when she sat there, and the thing was, as Steffi was talking, he was sitting there thinking, like, I don't know if I should even be with this woman. I mean, she wasn't really too receptive as far as his apology and him wanting to do the right thing. And how even Brooke was like, there's nothing wrong with sitting there wanting to do the right thing. Right? You did some underhanded shit to people that you claimed was your family. Hope tried to see it a different way, but of course, because it benefited her. You can sit there and say, well, we stuck up for the little guy and we made some progress and this, that, and the third, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. In reality, you didn't really do too much of anything. What did you exactly do? What did you do to sit there and make progress in the company? He made progress in the company with the jewelry line and the fragrance and stuff like that. You didn't do a damn thing. So why are you sitting there acting like you get to sit there and have any sort of credit for what Carter did? That's Carter's stuff. Carter gets the credit for that, not you. And then you have the audacity to sit there and say, well, we're leaving. No, you're leaving. I still have a job. I still have bills to pay. Do you not sit there and see that expensive ass car that he was sitting there driving? You think he gonna sit there and leave that job for your ass? Nope. Man, I done call Hope so many different names. Delusional, titled. Man, I'm gonna have to sit down and work on some new stuff. I don't know. I feel like that's pretty much about it. Also, let me know if they're actually going to be doing an episode tomorrow, because they showed the previews today, right? And they don't normally show previews unless it's Friday's episode. Hell, Why Not did the same thing. I'm like, today is Wednesday, right? Like, today is Wednesday. It's not Friday. So let me know in the comment section what's going on for tomorrow's episode, for Thursday's episode. I still can't believe Shida actually kissed Luna. Or, I just want to talk about that real quick. First of all, she came across as a goddamn hypocrite, talking about, oh, well, you've done so many horrible things and, like, you should be in jail. I'm like, Sheila, you should be in jail. What are you talking about? And then, after she tells her over and over and over again, I'm your granddaughter, she looks in the face, she gets really close to her, and she's like, yeah, you are my granddaughter. And then she kisses her in the mouth, and I'm like, even Luna was like, what? First of all, Luna, I'm surprised you didn't push that chick away like, yo, listen, I just have your granddaughter. And that's how you respond? Then you just hug it out. And eventually she smiles like she's being accepted. I'm like, so we just going to ignore the fact that your grandmother just kissed you on the goddamn lips? I'm like, damn, I know you want to be bold, bold and beautiful, but come on now, y'all doing a little bit too much. Anyway, we'll talk more about this stuff tonight, but I want to sit there and talk about this episode, because I haven't done, I don't know. I'm sitting there thinking, about Beyond the Gates. First of all, people are not really watching Beyond the Gates, or at least they're not watching my reviews on Beyond the Gates. I know if I did a review on Bold, and maybe not today, but I feel like people will watch Bold more than they will watch Beyond the Gates, and I just don't understand. Yes, this episode was good, okay? But, Zendaya and Daphne just being background characters, but this episode was good. But, with that being said, some of the episodes, yes, it was good, but, there's been a lot more misses than hits. And yet, somehow, I remember one day where my Bold numbers was higher than my GH numbers, and I still cannot let that ish go. Alright, I'm done. Let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts. Also about tomorrow's episode, what's going on with that? Are they not showing an episode tomorrow? Because I feel like right now I don't know what GH is actually doing. I gotta sit there and look at the schedule. Anyway, we'll do a live stream tonight. We'll talk about all the stuff that happened today, and I'll see you in the next video.